Alright, let's dive into something that's been bubbling under the surface in Broncos country: Sam Ehlinger pushing Jarrett Stidham for that backup QB spot. Now, I know what you're thinking: backup QB battle? Isn't that, like, the least exciting thing in football? But personally, I think this is way more fascinating than it seems. Why? Because it's not just about who holds a clipboard on the sidelines. It's about player development, team strategy, and the subtle power dynamics within an organization. Let me break it down for you. First off, Sam Ehlinger taking second-team snaps over Jarrett Stidham is a pretty big deal. I mean, Stidham has been the guy behind Bo Nix for 2 seasons now. So, what does this shift mean? In my opinion, it signals that the Broncos are seriously evaluating their depth chart. Sean Payton's comment about it being nothing remarkable feels almost too casual, right? What many people don't realize is that coaches often downplay these moments to avoid media speculation, but the reality is, this is a calculated move. If Ehlinger is running with the twos, it's because the team sees something in him, something they're not seeing in Stidham. Now, let's talk about Ehlinger's journey. He had opportunities to leave for Washington or Indianapolis last season, where he might have had a clearer path to the backup role. But he stayed. Why? Payton mentioned selling him on the program and the offense, but if you take a step back and think about it, this is also about trust. Ehlinger trusted the Broncos' vision for his development. And honestly, that's a big deal in the NFL, where players often chase immediate opportunities over long-term growth. What this really suggests is that Ehlinger saw something in himself that he believed the Broncos could unlock. But here's where it gets interesting: Stidham isn't just some scrub. He's been in the league, he's got experience, and he's been reliable when called upon. So, why is he suddenly with the thirds? One thing that immediately stands out is that competition breeds improvement. The Broncos aren't just handing Stidham the job, they're making him earn it. From my perspective, this is a smart move by Payton. It keeps everyone on their toes and ensures the team has the best possible option behind Nix. What makes this really interesting is the broader trend in the NFL right now. Teams are investing more in their backup QBs than ever before. Look at the 49ers with Brock Purdy or the Eagles with Jalen Hurts. Having a solid backup can be the difference between a lost season and a Super Bowl run. The Broncos are clearly thinking ahead, and this battle between Ehlinger and Stidham is a microcosm of that strategy. A detail I find fascinating is Ehlinger's role in the AFC Championship game when Nix was injured. He was the backup to Stidham then, but now the roles are reversed. This raises a deeper question: how much does that experience factor into the team's decision-making? Personally, I think it's less about past performance and more about current potential. The Broncos are betting on who they believe has the higher ceiling, and right now, it looks like Ehlinger might be winning that argument. So, where does this leave us? Well, for one, it's a reminder that the NFL is a league of constant competition. No one's job is safe, not even the backup QB. But more importantly, it's a story about growth and opportunity. Ehlinger stayed with the Broncos because he believed in their plan, and now he's getting his shot. Stidham, meanwhile, has to prove he's still the better option. It's a classic underdog versus incumbent narrative, and I'm here for it. As we wrap up, I'll leave you with this thought: in a league where every decision matters, even the smallest shifts can have huge implications. This backup QB battle might not make headlines, but it's a perfect example of how teams build their future. So, who do you think will come out on top? Ehlinger or Stidham? Let me know in the comments, I'm curious to hear your take.